already are the person that you want to be. You just have to show up as them more often than not.
When they say she
Briana, 12 minutes, starting now.
Good morning. Hi, thank you so much for stopping by my channel and tuning in for my very frequent and reoccurring morning routine. Before we get into it, I would like to preface this by saying my morning routine is something that I'm constantly asked about. It's something that I'm constantly complimented on and told that it is inspiring and that it motivates people, and I'm very happy to be able to contribute what I'm doing as a habit to you guys that could be some form of inspiration and motivation to glow up and become the best version of yourself. And another different thing about today's video and today's morning routine is that I'm trying to implement some new tips and tricks that are going to contribute to your summer glow up. For those who have been watching my channel, you guys know that I have been on a 50-day summer glow up challenge, and by the time this video comes out, those 50 days will be complete. I have learned so much throughout these 50 days. Am I all the way glowed up? Am I that girl? Am I this completely different person? I wouldn't say that I'm different, but I did learn a lot, and I want to give you guys some tips and some things that I've learned throughout my 50-day summer glow up challenge, and tips that you can implement into your morning routine so that you can have a glowed up summer, okay? But without further ado, I'm going to introduce myself for those who do not know me. Hi, my name is Bri. I am your Gen Zennial bestie, your virtual sis working to successfully navigate her 20s in an attempt to thrive in her 30s. And what that looks like for me is just becoming someone that I'm currently inspired by, acting and moving as such. So if that is something that aligns with what you want for yourself, please do yourself a favor and like, comment, and subscribe. I promise you are going to enjoy it here. And for those who are reoccurring, you already know the vibes. So I want to keep it sweet and I want to keep it brief because our mornings are, for at least for me, the most productive time that I have. And I didn't even make my breakfast yet. I wanted to chat with you guys before getting into all of that. Let's just get right into it. So one of the things that I've started to implement into my morning routine that I have gathered and gained as a result of my 50-day summer glow up challenge is the importance of getting outside. That is tip number one and something that I highly suggest. Now, typically I don't always make time to get outside in the morning. However, I'm trying to implement it more into my morning routine for a slew of reasons. Number one, it's going to help you with your steps. For those who have been watching, one of the goals that I had for my glow up challenge was to do 10,000 steps a day. And I learned very early on that if I don't start trying to cut away at that 10K in the morning, it's not gonna happen. So why not do it outside? Getting sun in the morning, I think, just does something for you. It uplifts your spirit. It gives you the opportunity to take advantage of the weather early in the day. I think it kind of just sets you off on the right tone. And I honestly, transparently, I had a physical not too long ago, and the doctor told me I was vitamin D deficient, which I thought was crazy. I love the sun. I literally have the sun tatted on me, bro. So I'm like, I'm not getting enough sun. Like, am I really deficient? And it may be like, I don't know, something biological or genetic or some other thing going on, but I can't negate from the fact that as a work from home girly, I'm not putting as much effort into getting outside as I probably could. So why put all of that effort and pressure into the evening or the afternoon? I still do make time to do my afternoon walk. It's something that has been new into my regimen, but not just my morning routine. But I decided I want to start making an effort to try to get some sunlight at the start of my day. So that's what you saw me do today. After I went to the gym, I just took a little walk around the block. Very easy, very simple, and very seamless. And I definitely suggest implementing this into your morning routine to start your day off on a brighter note. The second thing that this challenge has taught me and that I have implemented into my routine that I suggest for you to do as well is to put more effort into your appearance. Now, this isn't something that I do every single day. I will make that very clear and honest, and I'm very transparent here in this channel. Those who know, I don't always look as cutesy as I do right now. And to be honest, I wish that I kind of had more summer day-to-day clothes that were a little bit more aesthetic. I have on a regular black romper right now. It's gonna be like 86 degrees. It's very, very hot here in Atlanta. So I'm find myself trying to wear things that, okay, when it's time for that afternoon walk, I don't have to do a whole nother outfit change. I can just get up and go. That's important to me right now as someone who is trying to get 10,000 steps. I wanna make sure that I continue that after the end of this challenge. But more often than not, I just wanna make sure I'm putting effort into my appearance. I think it's done something to uplift my mood. It's helped me to be more consistent with creating content. I realized that like sometimes just some of the things that I'm doing in my day-to-day can very well be content. It does not have to always be so scripted and so planned out. Sometimes I can just flip the camera around and record. But if I'm looking crazy, I'm 10 times more likely to not do that. So I might as well make myself look presentable. When I get in my meetings, it feels good to be able to turn my camera on and to be, you know, one of the few that have their camera on just because. And it doesn't have to be a crazy beat, a crazy fit. You can honestly just do a little bit of something, but I noticed that it uplifts my mood as well. I found this black owned skin tint that has SPF in it. It's very lightweight. I'm wearing it right now. Absolutely love it. It's called Live Tinted. I will be buying a full size one. I just had the sample. I'm obsessed with it, so it's something that I'm going to buy and implement into my morning routine because it's lightweight and it still makes me feel like there's coverage, and I have the SPF, which is definitely needed as I'm trying to make sure I'm outside a whole lot more. But yeah, I just think that it's been something that I wasn't really doing that often, but now that it's the summer, it's gonna make me a little bit more likely to step outside and feel confident when doing so. And especially for my work from home girlies, my work from home gentlemen, if y'all are not putting any effort into your appearance day after day, I'm 1000% sure that it will have an impact on your mood and how you show up for yourself, how you show up for your job, how you show up for other people in your life. You want to be the best version of yourself. Start to carry yourself as such. And as I mentioned in the beginning of this video and in the beginning of all of my videos, what I seek out to do here on this channel and in my life in general is to show up like someone that I am inspired by. And those people, I'm pretty certain that they show up for themselves. They look like something when they step out for the day. So I want to be more like that. Therefore, that's something that I'm implementing into my morning routine to glow up for the summer. The third tip, and something that I recommend that you do in order to glow up for the summer and implement into your morning routine, kind of goes without saying, but unfortunately needs to be said, and that is the importance of having a routine. It needs to be top of mind for you. I get a lot of questions as to how I manage to wake up in the morning every single day. It's not always at 5 a.m. Today, it was a 6 a.m. morning routine. Nonetheless, people do ask me, like, you really go to the gym like every day or every other day? swear, every time I see your gym post, like, you motivate me to actually get up and go. Sometimes I don't feel like it, and I see your post and I'm like, damn, Brie went, like, let me go. And it warms my heart. It really does. But there is no secrets that you need to crack in order to show up for yourself consistently in any capacity. The real juice that you need to be sipping is having a routine. I can't stress that enough. For me, I am a creature of routine. I'm a creature of habit. And I'm very blessed to say that while I might not be at the peak of the best version of myself in its entirety, I'm definitely blessed in that a lot of my goals, or working towards my goals, have become habit. My routine and my habits are kind of seamless and synonymous. And that's something that I've been working very hard to make sure is a thing for me. And I think that for a lot of people, that is probably the difference between where you're at and where you want to be. You turning your act of working toward your goals into a habit. For me, it's no longer like this strenuous, like, I gotta drag myself to the gym type of habit. For me, that's actually, I feel off if I don't do it. It's just like a part of my morning routine. It's been ingratiated into my routine, so much so that I feel strange when I don't do it. Now, there are other things and other goals that I'm working toward that I do want to be more ingratiated into my routines. Another example is my YouTube channel. Posting once a week used to be very, very difficult for me. I did not understand how people were doing it, posting twice a week, these long form videos, how they were making time to do this and having other jobs. It just, like, the math wasn't mathing for me. And the minute that I decided to lock in where my YouTube channel was concerned, back in February, when I started this brand new YouTube channel, the act of working on that goal, I turned that into a routine. And now I have a process where it's a part of my habit. Like, to wake up and to record today, it wasn't necessarily a difficult thing to do for me. Mind you, I had a very eventful weekend. It seems like I kind of always do, but I had an eventful weekend nonetheless. My house looks crazy and I chose to film around it. I had a sleepover last night. One of my girls, we watched Love Island together, and she is currently in my room in the bed. Okay, I wasn't letting any of those outside sources hinder what I tend to do, because it's now been so ingratiated into my routine that this video getting recorded one way or the other, and it's going to get posted on Thursday one way or the other. And I am very blessed and happy to say that we have not only achieved one of the goals that was a part of my 50-day summer glow up challenge, which was to achieve 500 subscribers. We've superseded that. That is a blessing. You guys, I just want to start by saying thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much. I understand that, yes, I've been working my behind off, but I would not have been able to achieve that if there weren't people like you watching these videos, subscribing to my content, and letting me know that what I'm doing is working. What I'm doing is actually adding value to you guys. That is really what's been important to me. And I've had this newfound motivation to continue to motivate others. Seeing the comments and seeing how what I'm doing by showing up for myself, I'm also showing up for y'all. It fills me up more than anything. So I just want to thank you so much for helping me to achieve that goal. And as it pertains to my summer glow up, that to me is one of the things that the glowed up version of myself has. She has a successful YouTube channel. She is paid from content and she enjoys doing what she does. She has several streams of income and she is thriving when it comes to her content creator journey. And I'm not all the way there yet. It's coming. I'm not all the way there yet, but my goal for the Glow Up Challenge was to achieve 500 subscribers, and I gained more than that. So thank you so much. But I say all that to say that was a goal that I accomplished by turning the act of working on the goal into habit. My habits are a part of my routine. You need to have a routine if you want to glow up this summer and thereafter. There's really no way around it. So I understand for my type B people, you guys might hear the word routine and cringe, like, oh, I gotta show up every single day, like you know, I like a little spontaneity. I like to do a little bit of difference. I like to do this, I like to do that. That's cool. I love that for you. And I've been trying to take a little bit of a page out of that book myself. I might do my morning routine and go work from a coffee shop. I might go and, I don't know, switch the scenery up. I do incorporate the variety so that it doesn't become monotonous and boring. And I've talked about this in previous videos. However, your routine nonetheless needs to be be consistent. It helps to ground yourself with both consistency and discipline. So whatever the goals are that are top of mind for you as you work towards your summer glow up and your glow up overall, you need to make sure that they are consistent and that you are disciplined about working on them. And to me, that comes in the form of a routine. So I just want to make sure that I emphasize the importance of having a routine and how much it will impact your ability to glow up this summer and thereafter. The fourth tip and recommendation that I have for you in order to glow up this summer is to have something to look forward to. Trying to implement that alone into your morning routine can be a bit tricky, but I've learned that when I have something to look forward to daily, it makes it easier to get up in the morning. It really, really does. So that can be something as small as an event that you have planned later in the day. Filming has been something that has gotten me out of bed more times than I can count. I know I have a YouTube video to film and I'm excited to film it. It wakes me up. It really does. It could be something long term, like, okay, this many days until X, this many days until that trip, this many days until this date. I have a date planned this weekend. I can't wait. It just has like a little bit of oomph into your motivation for that day. And that's been something that's been very, very helpful for me and my morning routine. So a short example is that I have finally planned what I wanted to do for my birthday. It's been something that has me like on the treadmill, looking up outfits. I'm taking my walk, planning my Pinterest board. I'm doing my budgeting for this trip. And it's nothing crazy. Like, I'm turning 28 in August, and I've spoken about it briefly in other videos about how I just think it's so important to show up for yourself on your birthday. Like, it is the new year. It's a new year for you, so you should treat it like the new year. And with that in mind, I'm planning my birthday in accordance to that. So I want a very specific look, aesthetic, vibe, and I'm going for all of that, even though it's just, you know, it's a slow weekend trip, but I'm just very happy about it, and it's had me eager and excited to plan things. So when I'm waking up in the morning, I'm like, oh, I told myself I can't scroll after a certain hour, so I'm eager to wake up so I can get back to Pinterest because I'm trying to plan my birthday outfit. I'm trying to plan the weekend. I'm trying to do this and that and the third. So it could be something so minuscule. It could be the cup of coffee that you're gonna get to make when you wake up that morning. With that being said, I suggest going to bed expressing a little bit of gratitude, 3 things that you enjoyed from that day. And when you wake up, ask yourself, what do you have to look forward to today? Really, to be frank, we should be thankful to wake up in the morning, and we should look forward to being able to, maybe it is just taking that walk, getting to see the sun come up, or you might look forward to rolling over and kissing your significant other in the morning. It could be as small as that, but when you think of it, you shift your mindset into a form that has more gratitude. You will realize that you have a lot to look forward to every single day, and it's going to make your mornings a lot better and a lot easier. It is easier said than done, though. It is not a seamless thing every single morning. Sometimes you wake up and you genuinely just do not have much to give, and you're like, I don't have anything to look forward to because I really want to be in this bed and I have to get up. I have work to look forward to. And you're like, who looks forward to work? But find the brighter side and start thinking with that at the top of mind. And I promise it will improve your mornings and therefore get you to your glow up faster. And the last thing that I learned, but certainly not least of all of these tips, is to give yourself grace. I can't count how many times I've had to tell this to myself, and I've probably said it here on this channel, but incorporating grace into my morning routine has done numbers for my summer glow up and my glow up in general. I talked about it briefly in my last video about how I wanted to make an appointment with my therapist, and that I did. I met with her on Friday, and it was like we never left. We bounced back like we had never taken a break, and I didn't realize how much I needed it. Sometimes when we look at our lives holistically, it's like, okay, I'm making good strides on my content creation journey. I've gotten a promotion at my job. I've moved into a new apartment, and I'm in a new and thriving relationship, and things are going well. What do I need therapy for? No, honey, you actually probably still do. There are other things that can be impacting you, and I knew that there were other things that were impacting me because I was having stints where if I didn't show up for myself in a certain kind of way, I would get into these depressive funks. And I know I've made a video about this. Just finding a way to get out of that funk and doing things for yourself is helpful. It's wonderful. Getting into the word and maybe journaling, writing things down, talking with a confidant. However, speaking with my therapist, it just did something for me. And one of the main things that we covered in our session on Friday was to give yourself grace. Like, we are humans. For you to think that every single day you are going to show up at 110% is beyond unrealistic. We have to give ourselves a little bit of grace. And incorporating that into my morning routine has looked so many different ways. For one, if my 5 a.m. morning routine looks like 6 a.m. or 6:30, the world's not going to end. And that is going to be okay. If I don't hit my 10,000 steps, I need to stop crucifying myself for it. It is okay if I wake up and I don't make it to the gym. The world will keep spinning, and I will find other ways that I could show up for myself that day that still will fill me up, and I don't have to be so hard on myself. Incorporating that into my morning routine has been honestly another thing that I started, and I talked about in another video, is sleeping Fridays. Like, that is an intentional way of giving myself grace. It's not like I overslept, but I'm gonna be okay. No, that's actually me planning to oversleep and giving myself the grace in advance, because I know I showed up Monday through Thursday at 110%. Like, this is my recoup day. I have less meetings. I can take myself out. Maybe I have a solo date planned. Like, you do not need to put so much pressure on yourself. And in fact, when you do, it causes burnout. And I learned that the hard way. Don't be like me. Give yourself grace in advance. Plan to take a break. Plan to relax. Incorporate that into your routines. It's amazing to be a creature of habit and a creature of routine and to be super duper productive, but we are also human and we have to act as such. When you get ahead of it, you're a lot more likely to thrive and get that much closer to your glow up. But when you do not get ahead of it, when you put such unrealistic amount of pressure on yourself, which is something that I am beyond guilty of, you will burn out. You'll crash out and you will be mad at yourself for doing so. It will delay you in your process and it will delay you in your glow up. We want to be the best versions of ourselves. I'm telling you this as a sister, okay? Learn from my mistakes. Be inspired by my wins. That is my motto. I've learned the hard way. Not giving yourself grace is detrimental to you. And it honestly does nothing for you mentally, physically. Like, yes, you want to be disciplined and you want to stand 10 toes on your goals. However, we have to be practical. Put that logic over top of them emotions. The only thing that's holding yourself back when you do burn out is your brain telling you all of these negative things, the negative self-talk, the constant pressure that you're putting on yourself. I guarantee you, showing up for yourself realistically will last you a lot longer and get you that much closer to your glow up journey. And whoever you are afraid of letting down, by giving yourself grace, there is balance. Don't think that there's not a balance. You're not about to be big backed all your life and say, oh, I'm giving myself grace. No, honey. There is balance, okay? We're also not going to self-sabotage. There is a difference between self-sabotage and giving yourself grace. You need to make sure you're doing this one. It's going to get you that much closer to the best version of yourself, and you are going to glow up one way or the other. We have to be a lot more confident and a lot more practical and realistic with ourselves. And I think that learning to give myself grace daily, implementing that grace into my morning routine, has truly gotten me to a place where I feel a lot more confident with how much I've already glown up. Because I'll start off this video by saying like, oh no, I'm not at my peak glow up. I'm not at the super duper duper best version of myself. But I need to recognize that I am. I am, in fact, glowing up consistently. I'm glowing up daily. Every single time I'm intentional about showing up for myself, I'm moving the needle and I'm getting there. And I actually am already some form of glowed up. And that's something that we need to know and recognize. You are glowing up. The fact that you're even watching this video is a more glowed up version of yourself because you're invested in you. You're looking for inspiration and for motivation to become the best version of yourself. If that's not glowed up, I don't know what is. So make sure that you're continuing to give yourself grace and that you are prioritizing your self-care and your self-love, and that you're remembering and recognizing that you already are the person that you want to be. You just have to show up as them more often than not, and you're going to get there. That glowed up version of you is already inside of you. She is, or he is, buried in there somewhere. There may be some things that you need to shed. There may be some things you need to implement. And for me, my morning routine is my bread and butter, and that might be something that you need to take a page out of that said book. But no matter what it is, don't lose sight of the fact that that is you. You are them. You just got to work on showing up as them consistently. And that is what I hope to continue to do on my channel. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I don't want you guys to think that because the 50-day summer glow up challenge has ended that this type of content is going to cease, because it's not. So if this is something that you're into, if the morning routines is something that you want to continue to see, please let me know in the comments. I did have a giveaway challenge going for this locked in series, for the 50-day summer glow up challenge series. I'll be announcing that winner next week if there is someone who did adhere to all of the rules and regulations. But nonetheless, I'm very, very happy that I've even achieved some of the goals that I had set out for the challenge. Did I walk 10,000 steps every single day? No, I'm not even gonna cap about that, because I made that very clear in a few different videos. But I've gotten more steps daily than I've ever averaged before. My average for the month is still 10,000 steps, and I'm proud of myself nonetheless. And achieving over 500 subscribers is definitely a goal that I'm very happy to say that I've achieved throughout this glow up challenge as well. So don't think that I'm finna stop. Don't think that I'm finna let my foot up off the gas, because I'm not. So yeah, let me know in the comments what goals you're working toward as we approach the summer. It's about to be the start of summer, so I'm just gonna get it out the way now and say happy summer. Happy first day of summer. What are your goals for the summer? Let me know in the comments. And if this is some type of content that you want to continue to see, be sure to let me know in the comments as well. And if you haven't already, do me a favor and like, comment, and subscribe. If you love content like this, you like the transparency, you like the honesty, you like me to keep it a thou wow with y'all, this is the place that you are going to enjoy being. I promise. We're going to work, we're going to become the best versions of ourselves. We're going to work toward them consistently, daily, and we're going to show up for ourselves and be that glowed up version of ourselves that we know we have the capacity to be. So if you guys want to continue on with the journey with me, hit that notification bell so that you do not miss the next drop, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.